Everybody wait. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are back to the Roots of Ragnarok, Episode 3, our actual play Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign headed by yours truly. Thank you for all of those hosts that I woke up to this morning. You guys can't hear it, but because I have my audio muted during Splash, but it's just a velociraptor screaming at me, so it scares me. But we all know that I did this to myself, so I can't complain about it. So without further ado, we're just gonna have the cast go around and introduce themselves and their characters' feelings in this current moment of before recap and all that stuff, and we're gonna start with the wonderful Fairy.
Hi, so I'm Fairy, Serena, and I'm Malkatsky, and a lot happened the last time we played. A lot happened, and I think Mal's a little confused. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
But hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Orisa, the orc warlock, who's definitely gonna burn down this guy's home.
Nice. Lich?
Hi, I'm Lich. I'm playing Talcane. I'm wondering if I'm playing with a chaotic evil party or a chaotic good party. And that's
Just
about it.
chaotic. just
chaotic.
It's
just chaotic.
Mm-hmm. Just chaotic. Cool. And Mitchie.
Of course the garbage would be going by right at my turn. I'm so sorry. Ashy. Okay. Hi, I'm Michi.
Hi,
I am playing Melody. She is happily unaware of everything that's happening. Just cooking. Woke up from her nap, everyone's gone, and just cooking.
The Foxfire, the Melody Applebright official fan club. I love it. Should make a flyer for that for Twitter. But yes, thank you everyone for coming and showing up. Hi, I'm Val. I'm your Dungeon Master. I will be taking you through the world of Zaius, or at least the subcontinent of Zaius. Not quite aware what world it is in. We just know it's not the Forgotten Realms. With that, I would like to remind everyone this is a viewer effective game where you can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. For every 100 biddies that you give, you can give a reroll / luck point to anyone here you see on screen that they can use for themselves, to help themselves, to hurt themselves. We'll see. For every subscription that you give yourself, or even just gift, you can pass out a nat 1 or a nat 20 to everyone you see here. So if you wanna, if the fan club is really feeling it, they might want to help out Applebright, or fuck me over with nat 1s. So, or if it's my fan club, give me nat 20s. That kind of goodness. And if you just want to donate straight up money through Streamlabs or Coffee, you can just make something happen. You can give me like a little plot point. You can be like, hey, like this house is like got teeth or something. I don't know. Like, we'll make it work. Or I'll make it work at my discretion because I am the Dungeon Master. As long as it doesn't break what I want to do, we'll fucking roll with it. I like saying yes. So, yes. Last time, the party began their journey out of Reno to the town of Greymore. Upon their camping, before they even camped, Kevin, their gnome postal worker, and his brother Patrick, was letting you guys know that he knew where there was a party, and that party included naked women. And was like, hey, let's go hang out with the naked ladies that I tend to hang out every time I'm with on this route. Which you guys were a little suspicious about because, what the fuck, Kevin? But Kevin proved to be a pretty honorable dude, if not never sober, which one of our party members can relate to. And you guys came upon what looked like to be a campsite of these ladies. They were halfling women that were brutally murdered. Upon investigation, you guys found out that they were most likely like gored to death by pigs, and they had this symbol carved into them of the god Malar, and the whole like "we will not be erased" into their bodies. Kevin decided to burn their bodies and bury them out of respect, because he did love these ladies. So he and Patrick did that while you guys sort of set up a really safe campsite. The lot of you, where you guys had 2 encounters with that were mostly social. They didn't end up into anything crazy. One was with this cleric, and I apologize, I keep touching my nose because my allergies are garbage right now. I have toilet paper right here just hanging out that's like, brah, but allergies. So if I touch my nose all day today, I apologize. It's gross, I know. Anyway, you, and you found out he was a cleric of Malar. His name is Gesso, most likely a werebore, who wanted you guys to know, like, what the heck was going on, and did you guys plan on, like, upsetting his chaotic balance of his lord's domain? And, you know, there was a scuffle that, not a scuffle, but a little picking on, I guess, to where Gesso insinuated that the orc was weak. And the orc was like, nope, we're gonna go burn down this asshole's house, which we will get to in a second. But after that, there was another visitor of this ginormous boar that Melody fed snacks to. And he just sort of had the snacks and left on his own, sort of thing. Whereas the next morning, you guys decided, we're gonna go burn down this guy's house, except for Melody. Melody was just like, I don't know if I want to burn this guy's house down, guys. Like, he let us live. And that's where we left off. And Foxfire, please let us know where that nat 1 or nat 20 is gonna go. But yeah, that's where we left off in the early morning. Mitchie, your character, Melody, what is she doing as your friends have left into the forest to go find Jesso's home to burn it down?
She's cooking and kind of looking at like if there's any herbs or anything nearby that she can pick for future cooking purposes, stuff like that.
What was that? Sorry.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's cooking and like while like probably some stew.
Mm-hmm.
And while the stew's going, she's kind of checking around the area to see if there's any like herbs or anything that she can pick.
Okay.
For future use.
Yeah, that would be if you're... First things first, go ahead and roll me a check with your cooking utensils to see how well your meal comes out.
Okie dokie. How do I do that?
Let me look at your sheet. So if you put your cooking utensils in your proficiency, we'll say cast iron skillet.
Okay.
Well, one second. I'll get this for you real quick. Because you're proficient in cooking utensils, I believe, because of your class.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and roll for me. It'll be a Sha. So it'll be performance. It'll be a performance check, essentially. And are you proficient in performance?
I'm not.
Then add your proficiency bonus to it because you are proficient in your cooking utensils.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. To be a +2. So that's an 11. Your cooking, it doesn't end up bad, but for you, to the average person, this tastes fine. For you, not that great.
Might be why I'm looking for herbs.
It might be. And that, my friend, would be a Either a survival or a nature, depending on which one is best for you. You get to pick.
Okay. Whoop, that one. That is much better.
Very nice.
Yay!
Yeah, so it is winter, so there are definitely a lack of things because it's winter. However, you are able to find sort of not far from camp. There seems to be like some snow patches that had been like moved away. Weirdly enough. And you see these chives growing, like fresh chives that have grown from like where the snow had just seemed to be like shoveled away.
Ooh. She's gonna go ahead and get those. Um, and put some of them in her bag, but then use some of it for the stew.
As you're gathering your chives, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
It's a number next to it, right? Because that's a 2.
Your passive would be, it's in your, let me look. It's right underneath your stats. It's Mal, not Melody. Right underneath your stats. It's actually a 12. If you look, like, underneath the box of skills, underneath your stats, that big number 12 passive.
Oh, yes, I see now. I am so sorry. It is a 12.
Yep, it's 12. No problem. So, with that passive, you don't notice it at first, but because of its, massive size, the first thing you recognize is, your first notice, I would say, is just, like, this giant shadow just sort of come out from behind the snowbank and just loom over you, and as you look up, it is that giant boar that you saw the night before, with his massive tusks just out. He breathes and his breath is hot and you can feel this. It smells, but it's almost like steam against your face. It's so warm.
He's just like, oh, hello. And then take some cookies out from her little pouch, puts it down in front of it, slowly backs up.
His massive weight as he walks forward just like falls into like the snowbank. You get the feeling is he might have moved to the snow for you. As he approaches the cookies, leans, sniffs them, then looks up at you. What languages do you speak?
Well, she speaks Elven, Common, Dwarvish, and Sylvan.
Excellent. So this boar begins to speak, and you instantly recognize it as Sylvan. And he goes, "Your companions, go to them. It is not safe."
Melody looks at the board. Not safe for them?
He eats the cookies.
Oh. Did you find me the chives?
Go to them.
Okay.
Oh, no.
She goes and goes back to the camp real quick to turn down the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wanna. Sorry.
Appropriate. It's like the dog's like, "There's a pig. They'll turn the fire down. Oh no.
Yeah, like no, don't let the stew burn, Mom. Okay. So she's, she doesn't want the stew to burn, so she covers it, puts that there. Leaves out the rest of the bread that she has, for the giant boar. Grabs her stuff and goes.
All right, cool. Just go ahead and do me a quick survival to see if you can follow their trail.
Okie dokie. 14.
Yeah, you're able to. It was fresh snow on the ground, so they left a pretty obvious-ish trail for you to follow. Did you guys do any? You guys didn't do like pass without trace or anything like that. So, yeah. So you're able to find their tracks. You knew kind of what direction that they were going in, and as you sort of come out from the underbrush into this small clearing where you see, like smoke coming out of a house, above the trees, you see, Kane and Mao just sort of like sitting on the porch waiting while you have like two wereboars standing off to the side being very grumbly. Arissa is nowhere in sight.
I thought you guys were causing chaos.
We were. Sort of.
Where's Arissa?
She's inside, causing chaos.
Oh. I was told by my friend, who I will now call Frederick, that there is, danger here.
Yeah, she probably still wants to burn the house down.
We still get to do that, right? I want to do that still.
That's the problem.
We gotta wait till she gets out. It wouldn't be nice to burn her alive, too.
Kevin chimes in. Yeah, that would kind of suck, man. Yeah, he's just like eyeing these werewolves.
Well, that's the whole thing. You want to start this fight again after we just ended it? They nearly killed us. I ain't looking so healthy.
Your friends,
you got like a human.
Yeah, your friends are not looking great. Mao looks like she might have gone down a couple of times. By the way, like your friends look rough. Like rougher than the wereboars. Like they look okay. Like they look like they got scrapped around a bit, but like your friends look not great right now.
It was a rough night.
It's just the morning.
Melody like takes out like 2 sandwiches that she brought with her. You guys didn't have breakfast. She's convinced that they look rough because they didn't have breakfast. She's just convinced. You guys want some brekkie?
I'm gonna snatch one and gobble it up. Nom 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 nom.
I need a little bit more than breakfast. I need Cure Critical or something.
He just straight up, he's like, "Yo, cure wounds me."
like, yo, Sam ain't cutting it. I lost half my HP.
I'm looking rough. Cure wounds me.
Well,
when the barb didn't even tank, and he lost half his HP.
like she's got her healing word.
And Arissa still wants to fight because she didn't take any damage at all.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I don't know that, but
well,
she was like Agatha's armor on her. And I'm like,
who's the most injured?
Out of the two of them?
Because healing word will only heal one person. Unfortunately.
It's okay.
like, I can stand to go for a long rest, but I can't stand to go for combat again, and that's what these two want to do.
We'll see.
To fight them. I just want to burn down the house. See, I suggest we put some fire with some alcohol and we just throw it from a distance.
Oh.
Like, hold on a second. Are you guys being quiet about this conversation?
No, I am not being quiet.
Okay.
Melody's just thinking, why did Frederick tell me to go here? It doesn't seem like danger.
You kind of hear, like, as, like, Mal is like, we're gonna light this thing on fire. You kind of hear, like, a snort and chuckle coming from one of these wereboars, and she goes...
I'm just going, like, emptying my nose on my ribs and just like, oh my god, this drunk.
It's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Yes.
Weasel, come here.
There's so many doggos today. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What? Burn the house down?
Yeah, I don't think it'd like it very much.
Who'd like it?
Oh. I got distracted. The house.
The house won't like it?
Nope.
I mean, the houses don't usually have feelings. As far as I know. At least not where I come from.
I don't know, Mal. My mom always told me to respect the house, so I always had to clean up after myself, especially if I blew up the kitchen. I always had to take care of things because then she said I was hurting its feelings, so.
I mean, I guess. But, like, it's a house. Does it talk? Does it have teeth?
I just wouldn't burn it down.
You didn't answer my question, though. Does it have teeth?
I haven't looked for them.
Wait. So, if Arissa's inside the house, is the house eating them?
We cut to Arissa and Gesso, where someone certainly did just have a snack, but like as the two of you have finished your couplings of do you take a moment to, like, have pillow talk? Do you look around? Like, what do you do inside this house?
I'll just grab him. I'll just grab him by the hair and say, "You're ours now," and just say, and shove him towards the floor and stand up to look around his house.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna stand up. He goes, "No, that's not how this works.
I'll look to him.
You're in my house.
I can rectify that.
Do you want to get on the deed?"
Yes.
He's like, "Well, you'd have to marry me first, and then I'd have to get approval from..." Hold on, wait a second. Listen, that was a fun time, okay? But I'm not quite sure I'm ready for this level of commitment. My bride is to be chosen for me by the great Malar.
I'd kick your fucking ass.
No. I let you tackle me, and it aroused me. You didn't kick
Just
my
give
butt.
him a glare.
We were all about to kill you guys. Just letting you know. You're this.
Push a lamp off the table.
Oh my god. You're this.
Pick up a shard.
You're this saved, and you're this saved you. And if you wanna this encounter to end in a less violent manner when you walk out of my door, you and your companions will leave.
Cut my hand with a shard and write on his wall of Rissa's home in blood.
He's just like, what did I do, man? Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Come with me as I wrap my arm around his shoulders and lead him out and kick open the door.
As you, like, kick open the door, do you try to, it looks like everything, do you try to take him out?
Oh, I just stand in the doorway with him, arm around him.
Okay. Oddly enough, on the other end, the lot of you see the door get kicked open, but you don't see Arissa and Gesso. You just see what looks like the inside of a house.
It's haunted.
Huh. So doors just open? In this house?
It's haunted.
No, they said the house wouldn't like it. It's not haunted. Apparently it's alive. It's inviting us in.
You see this, but Arissa, you see them having this conversation.
I'll look over to Gesso. Explain.
You kicked open the door and everything that happens on the inside is mimicked on the outside. Roll a
Okay.
perception for me. Roll a perception for me.
Go.
You don't see shit. Some magic bullshit that you just don't fucking understand. like this is no.
I don't understand your customs. But come meet the family.
You first.
I need my boots as I go back to get my boots.
Okay. He's like waiting. It's like his hands on his hips. He's looking out. It's like he's just waiting for you to leave. like there's like this one night stand, and he's just like, oh man, I wish we just go already.
Put on my boots and I'll leave the house. Stand outside the door.
As you walk outside and you turn to look back, you guys just see her just like walk out on like almost like a ripple effect, kind of just like walk out. And you guys weren't paying attention when she walked in because you're like, shit, I feel like garbage. But it's just like this ripple effect as if she just walked out of like nowhere. And Arissa, when you turn to look, you just see like the emptiness of this house.
I'm a hiss at her.
Turn to Mao and just kind of pat her head gently.
Arissa, where were you? Were you inside the haunted house? The door just opened all on its own.
Yes, I own the house. My name is on the wall in blood.
You own the haunted house.
Yes.
How much did that cost?
A very fond night.
Wait,
I mean, it only took like 40 minutes tops.
Melody's just like, fun time with who?
Our new husband. As I point back to the empty house.
I don't see anyone.
You have to step through the door, I think.
Are you sure it's not just the house that's your husband now?
A house husband would be neat, but I don't think appropriate among the Orcish clans.
Guys, I don't see anyone. Am I the only one that doesn't see anyone through the door?
No, I don't see anyone either. I think she's talking about the house.
Melody, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. You know that there are some spells that can you enter into one place and end up into another, like dimension door or something like that. And you're kind of getting like there's some illusion going on here that you're not quite, but you're just not quite sure. There's some magic bullshit again happening. You just can't put your nose on it.
Melody just staring at the door and like thinking about like, So when you went through the door, where did you go?
Ursa, like,
his
what you
house.
see looks exactly like what you saw when you were, like, inside of his house, like, as if you were to enter it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ursa, you said you wrote your name. Is your name on the inside of the house?
Yes.
No, turn around.
Turn around and look.
It's not there.
I go back through the door.
You can't. You walk and you just kind of, like, almost, like, bounce off a barrier.
I'll growl and bang on the door.
Are you banging on the door? Are you, like, the physical door? Or the...
But I perceive whatever the barrier is.
whatever the barrier is.
Yeah.
So I need to know if you're going to touch any physical part of the house that's not the porch.
Just whatever's in front of me.
Okay, so just like the empty space that's like the ripple.
Yeah.
You do that, and like your two boar sons or like you're not gonna get through unless he wants you to go through. That's how it works.
Look to them, point to them. You are part of the clan now.
No.
Yeah, pig boys, tell us how to get in. Come on, let's go.
He's gotta let you in. He's gotta let you in.
Wait, who's he?
Gesso?
You were with Gesso?
Yes.
You judged me for thinking he was cute.
If you want him to be your partner, we can negotiate. The orc people are quite open.
I'm good. But Melody that walks over and like looks kind of like just stares at the doorway. Tries to like knock into the air.
Yeah, it's like this. It's almost like hitting like water tension, but not being able to like go through water.
Okay, so she's like knocking, like tapping it.
Mhm.
She's like, hello, I have sandwiches and cookies.
You don't have like
No.
an answer. No.
No, can I come in? Hello? I wasn't here during the whole shebang. I was told to come here by, Frederick? Big piggy? We share cookies together? Told me to come here?
Jesso's head pops out. It's like, what do you know about that pig?
He's really good at finding chives. Really good chives.
It's just like his head and like the like his fingers on the door. His fingers aren't even on the door frame. It's just like his head like poking out. What do you know about
Melody feels like in the back of her head, she's a little concerned that there's a floating head in front of her, but
Yeah.
she's like, you know, like she's just trying to maintain composure. Like, he's back at the camp eating bread and cookies. Told me to come here. Not 100% sure why.
Tell the pig
Frederick.
that's not his name.
Well, he didn't give me his name, so.
His name is Raharuhi. Tell him that he never had any respect for me and I'm not leaving. And he goes back inside his house.
Okay, knocks on the door. Can we keep Raharuhi, name him Frederick?
Melody's just like, I think he's Frederick's son. This seems like a daddy issues thing. I saw it with my older brother.
Let's keep Frederick then.
Yeah, maybe we should go consult with Frederick.
You
feel
guys
like-
hear the other two werewolves are like on the side of they're like at like on the edge of the porch, like clearly playing Go Fish at this point. Like one of them just kind of snorts.
Melody like looks back in the doorway. Have you tried giving him bread?
Yeah, no, bro's not coming out. Yeah, bro's not coming out.
Oh. So is it daddy issues?
Oh yeah, it's daddy issues.
Oh no. Well, you're welcome back at the camp. I'm making stew. Frederick will be there because I'm also gonna bake some bread and cookies some more. So, she's like saying this to like this open doorway. Just like, so feel free to come on by. I apologize for Arissa's blood stuff. If you need some kind of repayment to help clean that, I got nothing, but I know some people. But yeah, but we'll be back at the camp with your away from your haunted house that likes to eat people. Just gonna starts walking.
The two boars are like, yo, are we invited for some stew? Like,
Yeah, I made a lot.
okay. Alright, he's like, well, let's go get some stew. Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry. That took it out on me. Bro, we're gonna go eat breakfast with them. So try to get over yourself just because Dad was mentioned. You know, I'm sorry you guys aren't getting along. Okay. So, alright, we'll come out. What kind of stew did you make? Yeah, what kind of stew did you make?
Just some veggie stew.
Oh, are you a vegetarian?
No, I just felt like it would be disrespectful to use meat with you guys around.
Yo, man, like, we eat meat, yeah, like, we're pigs. We eat
Oh,
everything.
If you don't mind waiting, I'll add some.
We'll
meat
eat
into
each
it.
other given the chance, yeah.
Oh. Melody like puts Arissa between her.
I just cuffed the both of the boys.
Yeah,
Sons
she's
and
like-
say, come on, you're scaring her. As I
She's-
shove them
What
both
do I
to
mean?
the
Why? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Didn't mean to scare you. You know, he kind of looks at, he's like, at the rest of you guys, he's like, they're clearly twins. It's like, sorry about that, just, you know, you kind of ran into the middle of a family feud with some stuff, and,
Well, I feel like you should tell Arissa because she's just part of the family now. It seems.
Yeah, she's like your stepmom now, so
My-
she can fix
I am
everything.
your mother now.
you had sex with our brother, not our dad.
I have adopted your father as my son.
That's what they do in work culture when they adopt someone, huh?
They do now.
Okay, Woody Allen.
Do you want to be fed today or not?
No, we definitely want breakfast. Yeah, totally. Like, we're clearly not getting into the house for
Show
breakfast.
some manners. I say, cuff their heads again.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Calvin, by the way, and that's my sister, brother Marvin. Hey, what's up with Marvin?
Did you say sister brother?
Yes.
Okay.
They.
Marvin and Calvin.
Yes.
Thank your host, as I point to Melody.
Thanks, Melody. Yeah, Melody, thanks. So you saw our dad? Yeah, you saw our dad. Well, how's he looking? Yeah, how's dad looking?
Uh, big?
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, he's always been kind of big. Yeah. He's
I mean, he really likes bread and cookies.
you know, carbs just make us happy. Yeah, carbs are great.
Melody just keeps walking. Now keeping like cane between her and her. Like she's like, then she, just makes her way back to the camp, gets the meat out, cooks it, and then adds it to the stew and everything.
Yeah, they kind of like sit there, and as they sit there, like their boar form actually melts, and they are two seemingly youngish men, probably like maybe not even men yet. They might be 18 years old, like identical twins. Though Marvin does tend to have longer hair. And they're dressed with like a little bit more feminine than their identical twin brother is. And they're happy to accept food. Like they had a rough morning too. So
Melody is like passing out the stew and goes off to like the edge of camp, starts calling out for Frederick, because she just spaced the name already. So she's...
As Melody is out doing that, Kevin is gonna kind of be sitting like eyeing these two guys, and then eyeing the two of you, and it's like, you do realize they killed the naked ladies, right? And we're having breakfast with them.
That is old news. They are family now.
So they just get off free scot for doing what they did?
We could murder you and end this conversation.
Why would you guys murder me?
Yeah, let's not murder him. He's got all the nice herbs and stuff.
Ain is probably gone for one or two by now.
like Kevin just looks utterly confused, and it's just like, where's your morals, lady? Like, they just
In the chaotic spectrum.
like, so is he, but like but he is just like, but how are y'all just like okay with this?
I reach over and take his bowl from him. No food for talkers.
Excuse me, this is mine, thanks. I spent all night burying and like burning their bodies and burying their belongings in graves. I'm tired. And then I just like helped you guys like fight that other guy, and this is my bowl of stew. Thank you, Arissa, very much.
I'll lean over to him. Then eat it.
I don't like you anymore.
That is fair.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the gnome's name.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin. Sometimes it's the good in people that feeds those that are not nice to you.
Yo, that's bullshit, man. Like, what kind of pseudo wisdom is, like, who taught you that in a multi-level marketing scheme? Like, what's...
My elf mother.
Your elf mom taught you that. You don't look like you're half-elf.
I started speaking to Sylvian.
He understands. He's a gnome. Like... Okay, so you were adopted, gotcha, whatever. But the twins look completely amused by this conversation, by the way. Hi. Are you okay? It's Cat. Just deal with yourself, thank you. Okay. But they are also there to answer questions, like if you have questions.
You're your brother and your father, how long has their spat been going on?
They kind of look at each other. It's like, oh, should we really be talking family business with this lady? Well, she did say she was our mom now. And they kind of whisper. I'm like, ah, and then both simultaneously look at you. It's probably about a month or so. Dad left the religion, and bro was not happy about it.
I see.
Yeah. So they're kind of in a little tiff to see whose god is stronger. But Jesso's like, oh, that ain't a god, that's just a false god. And Dad's like, not only is he a god, but he is a greater god, and he will finally bring priests among the were creature. And we just don't. Bro feeds us better, so.
Those women in the forest, was that a thing about whose god was stronger?
Yes. Our cousins tried to convince Jesso to convert, and he wasn't having, and they had a spat, and just like we had a spat, but yeah, kind of ended a little bit bloody. Yeah, it's bloody, but that's what happens.
Melody feeds you better now. You are part of the family.
I mean, that sounds cool, but who should we worship? Yeah.
Whoever you want. We don't care.
You don't? And they all look at all of you.
We don't care, Kane.
Roll intimidation, because I'm going to challenge that.
Yep. I would say definitely try to intimidate Kane versus his Shaw.
13 on my end.
What is that? A charisma save or a charisma?
Just a charisma check. Yeah, just roll a charisma check. For a second, you're like, oh man, maybe she's like, no, hold on a second. I am my own man with my own opinions in this matter. And I do have a problem, and you're going to voice that problem.
We are a good neutral party here. And they should at least follow that alignment.
He's neither neutral nor good.
Both of them. Both of them, what do you mean neutral? Good? What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean? What are you guys talking about?
We're gonna have to educate them so they follow.
What are you guys talking about? Yeah. I mean, we have been kind of thinking of just, following Dad because he is, the Boar King! But, Jesso's got Millar's favor right now, so it's confusing. Melody.
Melody's come back, but she's walking backwards as she's returning, just dropping cookies. Making this path.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't find Frederick, so I left a trail so he knows to come.
Question.
What's happening?
So they worship Melody.
What? What do you mean worship me?
No, I mean.
They worship Millar.
No, Orisa.
Okay. You want us to worship her? She's not a god.
I am not a god.
She's not a god. Yeah, she's not a god. I mean,
Worshipping is how one ascends to godhood.
I don't want to be a god. That's too much work.
I don't think any god wants to be a god.
Mal is correct.
Yeah, I don't even want to entertain this philosophy. I've not had breakfast.
Why are we trying to turn people into gods? What did I miss?
Poor children, you will worship who you wish.
I mean,
I
I think
think
that's
we're
fair.
good. Mom?
I think that's fair. Everyone has a choice, right?
Yeah, we're just kind of caught between things because, Dad's like the strongest pig we know, but, Malar is like the strongest god we know, and, we were born into it, and we're just kind of confused as to what we did. Yeah, we're just kind of confused, like,
Well, like, what would make you happiest?
they kind of look at each other. Sis, bro. Yeah, bro. No one's ever asked what made us happy. I know. We don't know what makes us happy.
I mean, my mom told me I needed to learn how to play the flute, but I like cooking more, so I cook.
Huh. Huh. They both, like, sit and say, we got some things to talk about, bro, sis. Yeah, bro, we do. Huh. Thanks, guys. You're all really smart. Not you, Kevin. Kevin's just, like, kind of seething, like, on his
Melody-
log.
Like, Melody looks at Kevin like, is this too bad?
Your soup's fine, Melody. It's fine. I'm just not happy.
Oh. Do you want some cookies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
She, like, gives him some cookies.
Make sure there's no chocolate in them for Patrick.
Oh no, there's no chocolate.
Okay, cool. Patrick
It's just
can
peanut
have-
butter.
Okay, well, Patrick, there's...
But like organic, good. We had this discussion before. It's good peanut butter.
No fakes, no fake sugar in it, so he can have it. Cool. That's right. Sorry, we must have had that conversation when I was really high. I'm not high right now, and I think that's the problem. So he's just gonna light his pipe and begin his wake. He didn't get a chance to wake and bake, so like he's just gonna get in on that. And the twins are like, "Hey, where's our stash? Yeah, we paid you in advance, Kevin." And he's gonna, like, motion at Arissa. Like...
I'll take out the package. It is here. I have claimed it.
Can we have that back? We did pay for it. Yeah, we paid for it.
We
You
claimed
can
it
have
from
a
your brother. Yours ours now, so your brother's not
But
getting it, but
aren't
you
we
are.
family and don't family share?
This is
Exactly.
So you
So-
can keep his share, but we get our share, right?
No. Divide it up evenly and give them their share.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, I don't think we can handle all this family drama sober. Yeah, that's why we were really bad at fighting today, I think, too. Yeah, we were terrible at fighting today. As, like, the two of you are just, like, barely hanging, like, your limbs are barely hanging on right now. Mal probably has a concussion, like, from falling twice. Like... Thanks for breakfast. We're gonna go make sure bro's okay. Yeah, we're gonna make sure he's okay, because I think his feelings got hurt when you mentioned Dad. By the way, his name's not Frederick. He is the Great Boar King! And they do it, like, simultaneously as they, like, cheer. Like...
Melody's like, maybe that's what I was doing wrong, and she like prances up and like starts raising her arms and like, "Great Boar King, I have stew."
Roll performance for me. Oh, wow. As you, like, are dancing and doing this dance, the twins sort of join in with you, and they're like, oh, you're doing it slightly wrong. You gotta use both hands, and then you have to, like, hop on one foot and, like, spin around as you do it. And,
she's listening to them.
Yeah, so the three of you are just doing this strange pig dance, like, in the road, and sure enough, from this behind the snowbanks, the great Boar King presents himself again.
I'm gonna ask Kevin to pass his pipe.
Kevin's like, yep, here you go, Val.
Melody's just she curtsies and just goes, I got some stew. Did you want some?
And then Sylvan, no, thank you.
Did you want more cookies?
No, thank you.
Did you want to hang out?
I'm here for my sons.
Oh,
Son, daughter, and son.
well, they're here. They were just having breakfast. That's why I wanted to know if you wanted to hang out. Thanks for the chives.
You're welcome. You are a friend of the great Boar King now.
We're friends.
Yes.
So, the way I find you, I just have to do the dance.
When you are in my domain.
Okay. Okay. You have another kid though.
I have several children, yes.
The one that Arissa, bent chicken. Wow, wow.
Oh, does he understand what that is? Like, he is an ancient cursed were-being. We have to see if he understands what Bow Chicka Wow Wow means. Like, does he know what that is? Why is
Let's find out. Melody will keep trying to describe it in a way that's not straightforward.
You guys are watching essentially as Melody does like this weird humping motion in the air at this giant boar.
I am watching from the cart because I am ready to go at this point.
I'll lean over to Mal and Kevin's. I think she wants to be the swear force partner.
That's what it's
Doesn't understand something.
like. I'm gonna hit the pipe again.
I understand Sylvan, but I missed it.
Yeah. He's going to watch you as you do this, and he's like, Chesso is taking a wife?
Melody's like, I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't there. I was hanging out with you, remember? But I went there, and then he lives in a haunted house.
It is not haunted.
Oh, well, the door opened on its own.
It's just a portal.
Oh, I thought that, but I wasn't 100% sure. But yeah, Orisa kind of cleaned the house. I'm not.
The inside or the outside of the house?
We'd have to ask Orisa. I'm not 100%.
This giant boar looks past Melody at the orca sitting at camp. Do you understand Sylvan?
I don't understand Sylvan.
Melody will translate. Melody will just translate for
Okay.
Orisa. So she'll be a translator for this whole back and forth thing. Orisa, meet what's his face's Papa, and Great Boar King, meet Orisa.
Kane understands every word of this and is just like in the cart already ready to go.
Like, you and Kevin or Mal and Patrick are just like, Oh man. Like...
Frederick, I have claimed your son's home.
The inside or the outside?
Inside with my blood.
Ah. His real house is not here. You'll have to find the real outside.
Look to Melody. What does that mean?
It means that the one that we went to is a portal. So, you went to a whole different place.
I see.
And then Melody looks over at the Great Boar King. Do you know where the house is?
No.
That was a really hesitant no, Great Boar King.
It pains me that my son keeps secrets and that he denies the change that is coming to this world. Clinging to the old because of strength. He is not my smartest child. They are. As he it's like they just don't know it yet. As they're because of their naivety. They're still dancing.
Did you tell him, Melody, that I slept with Gesso, and he is now ours to share?
I think I declined the sharing, but yeah, that's what the whole like chicken wow situation was.
Thought you were just going to be the Boar King's new wife.
No, we're just friends. Right? We're like best friends.
Walk over to you, Orissa, and he's going to like his snout is like the size of your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna like inhale like your scent and like exhale, and it smells of boar breath. But at the same time, you might get a nice facial out of it because it is quite steamy. And hi. Okay. It is quite steamy, and he's like, I don't have a grandchild yet.
And he just kind of, bap his nose and say, we are working on that.
Understandable. Hi.
The real star of the show has appeared.
My door's closed, so she probably wants to leave.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
she's like, I need to go. It's time to leave. Goodbye. But yeah, no, he's perhaps you should consider convincing him to leave Malar before you try again. Do not want to risk your children becoming one of Malar's brides. This is in Sylvan, so just the Sylvan speakers
Yeah, I
understand
don't know what
it.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Melody's still translating.
Brush myself off. Do we convince our new husband, Melody, that he is following a false god?
I mean, we can talk to him. I'm all about happy families, so...
Call over to Mal and Kane. We are convincing our new husband that he is wrong.
Kane's like, he goes along with it.
I love how we have just fixated on this like werewolf family now. Like, not the plan, but I'm letting this happen because I'm living for it. Like, I had to make up 3 names on the spot, and I'm great with that. Like,
Molly doesn't like broken families.
So, I'm just gonna start walking back towards the cabin where Jessa is. Saying who's got us wrong.
Melody's gonna try and convince the Great Boar King to come along. Like, he's not gonna come out, but I think he'll come out if you're there.
roll persuasion.
Oh.
9.
You have chat towers.
Yeah, he's gonna. I like how it's still like your persuasion's a +8 even at a nat 1. Yay bards. He's gonna deny the opportunity. And he's like, I am not to have direct contact with him.
What about slightly indirect? Like,
Well,
you can be like off in the distance and like watching,
I am always watching.
but like in his line of sight. No, okay, it's fine. Sometimes these things take time. My dad, she starts going on this rant about her, like how her like brother and father were like fighting and everything. But like what she doesn't reveal is that they were fighting because of her.
As you're like going on about this and Arissa is like ahead of you, the Great Boar King will turn to his twins. It's like, come with me, children. The waning moon welcomes you. And they're gonna look at each other and they're gonna shrug and they're like, you know what? Jessa's been kind of a dick. Yeah, Jessa's been a dick lately about this shit. So we'll go with you, Dad. Yeah, we'll go with you. And they like get on his back. And they kind of go into the forest. Arissa is already like ahead of y'all. Mal and Kane and Kevin are on the they're on the cart. What
I'm
are you
going to
doing?
turn to Kevin and ask him if he wants to finish watching this Jerry Springer show nonsense.
Only if you carry me there.
All right.
Can I have a piggyback, please?
Of course.
All right,
And
cool.
I'll
The gnome
let
is
him
gonna
climb up on my
piggyback on to Mao because I noticed you're 6 feet tall and 270 pounds. You are a big kitty. Like,
A little bit. Just a little bit.
so you should have no issues carrying this gnome piggyback style on your back. Like, are you a muscle kitty or like a chonky kitty?
I'm a chunky.
You're a chonky kitty, you're a Garfield. Like, nice. Cool.
I love it.
Kevin's into it. So Kevin's gonna get on your back. He's like, Patrick, you guard the cart. And Patrick's like, like,
Melody gets a bowl of stew and carries it, like following them.
Kane is just kind of half carried his axe, like, oh great, here we go again.
Yeah. And you guys end up back at this house. There's no smoke coming from it anymore.
Do you think he left?
Well, this isn't the real house.
That's
We could
true.
burn it down and find out.
Yes.
I don't think burning down a fake house
His real
Never
house.
mind, that's beyond my character's intelligence.
Like,
Well-
here's the thing. Like, you start to say the sentence, and I just imagine he just stops mid-sentence. He just can't finish the thought. Like, that's how I imagine this. Like, never mind. I don't, never mind.
Or like he like kind of looks off, sees something, just stops talking.
I just like Bernie notifying. Ooh, butterfly.
Melody's just like, it's gotta be somewhere in this area, obviously, because this is the domain. Did you ever look at any window? No, I'm sure the windows won't really show anything, huh? Should have asked Great Boar King for some tips. Is there like something that maybe like a hint somewhere in the fake, like around the fake house that like would indicate?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Anyone who wants to investigate.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Ooh.
Mal. Okay.
Those cat senses are coming in handy today.
True. 9. Marissa's just like, this is my house now.
This is mine. I am
Tall with an 11. Cool. Marissa, you're just like, this is my house. I'm gonna. And you're like planning out your garden or whatever, like in the yard.
some root vegetables, an orchard.
Towen, Tall and Mao, sorry. At most you guys notice that, not Mao, excuse me, Melody. You notice that there are some windows and it's just pitch black when you look into it. Mao, you go up to the porch, and you kind of lean in, looking at the windows, looking at the door, and as you sort of like look up at like the door frame, you do notice like there's runes on it, but also between each rune you see like a big cylinder like hole like at the top of the like all around like the door frame between each rune.
Can I roll a religion check to see if I recognize them?
It would be an arcana, or it'd be an arcana check, please. Yeah. Yeah, these are kind of similar. It seems like it's you know that there is like some sort of teleportation spell here, and that is probably what these runes are for. As for the holes, that would definitely not be arcana. That would be a nature if you want to look at these holes.
Tell me about the holes.
As you like lean into the holes, you don't notice anything, but then for like a split second, from these holes, just a whole bunch of teeth appear, and they get this close to your face before they retract, like from all directions.
The house has teeth! The house has teeth!
Mal, you just jump back.
Melody walks over to look at what Mal's talking about. So if Melody goes over and sees what Mal finds, can she like kind of look into things?
Yeah, absolutely. You see the runes, obviously, so you can roll for the arcana on that, and you have advantage because you kind of know what's going on. So 21. Yeah, no, these are definitely things for something like Dimension Door. And they're dull, so they're not activated right now. And of course, like, you see the holes, and you don't really have to roll anything because you'll be close enough and you were warned that there were teeth. You do see, like, in the holes, like, the little tip of, like, all these teeth. and you get the feeling maybe I shouldn't just stick my head in the door frame. And if you want to roll a nature check,
Can I use one
to-
of my nat 20s for that?
Yeah, you can. You can absolutely use a nat 20 for that. I will delete it from your sheet. Because you have 5. Someone has been
What?
very generous to you. You have 5. Now you have 4.
Okay.
But, yes. And you know that it is probably this entire house is a fucking mimic.
Melody, like, looks at everything. Slowly.
And you know better than to touch it.
Yeah. No one touch anything. And she's just, like, pulling people slowly away from the house.
And you get the sense this is probably why the Borkin was like, yeah, your friends are in danger. Like...
Melody's like, okay. Why did you have to date a psycho?
I have not dated him. We are dating him. She gestures to the entire group.
Okay, why did you
Kevin's
decide
like,
we're
I'm
dating-
not dating him, man.
I'm not dating none.
It's like, what? Why did you decide we're dating someone that decided that he wanted to put a portal inside of a gigantic mimic?
It's clever if you think about it. This shows.
Wait,
tactic and wit.
what? A giant mimic?
A mimic. It's not haunted. It's just.
I told you it was alive.
Okay.
It has teeth.
All right. Wait.
Roll
wait.
to understand what a mimic is, because Kane probably
That
doesn't.
would be a nature, yeah. And it's super low. You just have to get over, like, a 5.
Well, hold on, tell me. Melody's just looking around, like, for, like, hints as to where the real
Yeah.
house is.
No, you know what a mimic is, and now you're, like, you know, you're a level 3 adventurer, so mimics are not unheard of in dungeons and stuff like that. You just didn't expect the dungeon to be a mimic. So...
We just didn't expect the the entire bar to be a mimic.
Right. I do have to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. So,
So do I. So
and,
break.
yeah, roleplay and plot against me. But
we
I will
break?
be right back.
Melody looks at Arissa. Okay.
Bender's plan, cheese it.
What?
I'm planning on just cheesing it because, holy crap, mimic.
No, as long as we like leave it alone, we don't have to fight it. I think just don't
we
touch
can
anything.
Keep it as a pet.
I don't think we want it as a pet.
Yeah, I don't want
We would be feared across this land.
Do we want to be feared?
Yes.
Wait,
Not
wait.
particularly.
We should prioritize here and find out where our
Don't we wanna burn the
our
real house down?
husband.
Don't we want to burn the real house down?
Yeah, we gotta find our husband. Because he's hid it. He hid your house, Arissa.
Yes, and I plan to use this fake one to eat his.
Well, we need to find the real one first, and then we can go get the fake one and let that all happen.
I want this thing as a pet. Feed it some of your cookies.
Okay.
You would be the most feared elf on this land.
Ursa,
Okay.
do you want to reroll? Because it sounds like you want to reroll. Seriously,
mean-
playing with it.
Versa technically can't die.
Arissa's got some fun things on her side. So
Melody is just like, I don't think I want to throw cookies at the big giant house that wants to eat us if we touch it.
If my dragon likes your cookies. I'm sure a mimic would like your cookies. And
Maybe it
therefore
likes your
would be a
dragon.
good pet. My
Oh,
dragon is not here. It died.
but like, you know how hard it would be to travel with a giant house mimic?
It would be the best thing ever.
Yeah, let's just slap that on the car and go.
It is gargantuan.
Can we just focus on trying to find the real house and like leave this gigantic thing alone?
So y'all have just sort of, if y'all are all back right now, and ready to go, just to kind of let you know, you've only like searched like the perimeter of the house. You haven't really expanded past the property. So if you want to like expand your search on the property itself, you're welcome to do that.
I'm for it, but we have to go to Sarissa for that. But I'm not waiting for that. I'm going to search.
Mm-hmm.
No, Marissa will.
Yeah,
search.
it's an
She's-
investigation.
Okay. So Melody's gonna look around to, just trying to find clues.
Or tall.
I'm finding butterflies.
Oh,
I was so good before.
Can't find butterflies in winter. They're not there. You found a cocoon though. And you're like, oh, this will become, yes. So a 12.
I'm finding what I think are butterflies.
As you're investigating around the house, there is kind of in the same because the snowbanks are so high, it was hard to recognize at first. But you see kind of like a pointing out of the snowbank, sort of in the same wood that the porch is, and you know that the porch is not part of the mimic. You see what kind of looks like the corner of like some wood.
okay. So she's gonna go over there and check that out. Do I need to roll anything? Let's
No,
just
you're
check it
fine.
out. Okay.
You start to push away the snow, and it looks like a cellar door.
Hey guys,
It's locked.
I found a door. It's locked.
What's it made out of?
I'm not an expert on that.
No, what's it made out of?
Wood, metal.
It's wood, yeah, with big strong iron lock on it.
I'm not concerned about the lock.
It's made out of the same stuff that the porch is made out of. The same wood that the porch is made out of. So there's like a slightly different coloration to it. Yeah.
But it's just a door, right?
It's like a cellar door. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no tricks to the door. It's not gonna accidentally eat me like the door frame did.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Are you just swacking at the door? Like,
I'm gonna try and break it open.
yeah, a 21 hits the door. Go ahead and... Are you knocking the door or are you knocking the lock?
I'm knocking the door.
Okay.
Because that would be stupid.
It is stupid. Yeah, I mean, it's an axe and it's made of wood, so you're lumberjacking the shit out of the cellar door. The house moves an inch further away. Like, you just kind of see it, like, lift, and it goes... like, just to get out of the way. Because splinters are flying. The first hit, it hits, and your axe goes into it. There's no strange tricks or anything, so you have a feeling that you could possibly do this again. It doesn't break the door, just shit. You miss it. You miss, like, as you... Because you had a rough day, as you, like,
Wait, that was a hand axe. That was wrong.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Uh,
Man, that nat 1, I was gonna have something funny. Okay, in 18, you're fine. And you're able to, this time, there's a, you're able to punch, like, an axe-sized hole into one of the cellar doors.
anybody care to look?
Kevin is...
Oh, hey, we have Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
Kevin's like, you guys just want me to go inside this hole by myself?
Well, no, we'll be outside waiting. Like, you don't have to go far. You just have to tell us if,
I got
Did
rope.
anyone just try to, like, see if the lock would unlock?
Check the lock for us, Kevin.
What?
The locks are usually trapped. Why bother?
Ah, you guys. Well, right, like, the door isn't trapped. He's gonna, like, saunter over, and he's gonna try to pick these locks. Come on, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin picked the lock. What?
Pat Kevin's head. You are a good person.
I know. Most of you aren't.
It's subjective.
Melody just looks around like, what do you mean?
He's gonna be like, oh man. Anyway, the door's unlocked. I'm gonna stay outside. I'm not gonna go inside.
I'll go inside. I got the night visions.
Melody's still holding this too, like, we have to hurry. It's getting cold.
It's winter. Yeah. So you guys open the cellar door and go inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, as you open the door, it doesn't really matter if you need night vision. It is what looks like to be like a normal cellar, as if there was a house here. And, you kind of figure, like, this is just, like, part of, like, the ruse of, like, there's a house. Like, people are more likely to touch porches and cellar doors before they're gonna touch the house. So it's kind of part of that, this is a house. Part of, like, the cleverness of his trick. And there are some things that are stored in here. There looks like there's some wine jugs. Now. Like some wine jugs and some other things. And you guys it's a little bit cramped for the four of you, but you do fit. And inside of here is another investigation check.
Okay.
22 for Melody, 17 for Tall. Nice, Tall! 11 for Arissa.
That was with a -1.
That was. And Mao with a 19. Cool. Alright, so we'll go, I'll go lowest to highest on this. So there is first, Arissa, as you're just kind of scrounging around, you find there's like a wine jug and you push it to the side. There is another smaller, kind of greenish potion behind one of the wine jugs.
Yeah, can I check for, like, any traps around it before I go and just, snatch it off?
With an 11, we'll say it's kind of like the same-ish investigation. It's just hanging out, like, it doesn't seem like it would have been that important.
I'll take that little green potion thing.
If you look at it, it seems what looks like to have a piece of rope inside of it. Like twine. You have Arcana, so you're a warlock. You can roll an Arcana check if you'd like on this potion.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a potion of climbing.
Oh, cool.
Yep, it's a potion of climbing. You can look on Roll20 for that one.
Yeah.
And then the 17, which is Tall, you, kind of like Arissa, you're just moving these wine jugs around, and you
Asking him
find...
to Mao.
Yeah. And you find, 2 more, like, reddish potions, that if you can... Nothing in here looks booby-trapped. I'll just kind of throw that out to you guys. None in here looks booby-trapped. This was just a normal, like, potion-y, maybe winey storage for most of you as we begin to climb. But you do find 2 more potions. It is, you can, again, have someone roll an Arcana for you or not.
I'm gonna aid Arissa, and I'm gonna have her look at that.
Okay, cool.
Look it over carefully.
So to aid her, you just give her advantage if you're gonna help her.
Okay.
You're just gonna give her advantage. But are you proficient in Arcana though, Tall?
No.
Then you can't give her advantage. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, but Ursa with an 18, these are potions of healing. Just 2 potions of healing.
And I have to keep an eye make that check.
Yeah.
These are health potions.
Yep, health potions. Yep. So, not bad to have. Okay. So, with the 19 with Mao, as you're looking around, first of all, wine! Like, mostly red wine, but wine. And you sort of, as you're, like, scrounging around, with the wine, your elbow, like, hits, like, a brick down here, and it's kind of loose. And you go and, do you want to remove the brick?
Yes, I want to remove the brick.
You remove the brick and you pull it out, and with the brick, there are, these little bitty, like, statues. They're what looks like they're made out of, like, boar ivory, and they're of, like, different, like, were creatures. Like, there's, like, a big werewolf and a wereboar, a raven, kind of thing. There are about, there's 7 of them.
Okay. So 7 little wear tokens.
Yeah. They're
Statuettes.
statuettes, yeah.
All right. I'm going to turn to the group and be like, look at the little statuettes I found. Aren't they cute?
They're adorable. Keep them for your keepsakes.
And then I'm going to shove them into my bag.
Cool. For future sake, like, there's no appraisal check, which I should just add one at some point. But they are, like, art objects, and they're worth about 25 gold apiece. So that's pretty nice for statuettes. Because of, like, the purity of their ivory, they're worth a good amount. Cool.
Somebody appreciates what I was going for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, so who is next? We have the 22. Kind of in a similar fashion, Melody, as you're searching with your 22, you feel a brick that is loose. Do you pull it out?
Yes.
You pull this brick out, and unlike, like, Mao's brick, it wasn't like us just, like, a missing brick that's hollow. You see that there might, with your dark vision, can tell that there's, like, another room behind this.
She goes ahead and conveys that to everyone. So she's like, turns like, I think there's more than meets the eyes, guys. There's a room. Like, behind this wall.
Well, go in it then.
What, you want me to use my axe?
It's brick.
It's
stone.
Kane is stupid. Kane is stupid.
That's true, he is stupid. It's a good thing he's Chris Pratt, so. The bricks can be, like, moved, so you guys can take the time to kind of start moving the bricks out of the way.
So, I'm gonna start doing, like, feeling for loose bricks and start moving them.
Yeah, you can do it around until you can find, like, a gesso-sized portion of, and he is, like, 5'8". He is not that tall. Like, he's a stocky boy, he's not a tall boy. In fact, his siblings, like, or his younger siblings, were definitely taller than him. But, like, a gesso-sized, like, carving out of the wall. And it what looks like to be almost like a study inside of here. So there is like a big desk, and a chair with some books and things like that. A couple of plants, like bioluminescent mushrooms, are in here. He is a nature cleric, so.
I'm gonna take some of these mushrooms.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Melody's gonna look around for any clues as to where the real house is.
Okay. Are you gonna look in the bookshelves,
In
the desk? What?
Around the desk.
All right. It's another check for me, and we're investigating. So there's a lot of investigation checks in this campaign. So you're looking around, and you're opening the drawers and stuff. One of the things you definitely notice is there is a pile of correspondence. What looks like correspondence, like letters with like seals on them, and that have been broken. So he's opened these letters. So there's that in the desk, and there's a spell scroll. If you open it, you can see what it is, and yeah, that's what you find in the desk.
Can I search the room for information and fun, shiny things that I can steal?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead. Search the room.
Oh.
You're like, first, I mean, obviously you notice the shiny mushrooms, and now you're just upset that Arissa is taking them all for herself.
I would share. I wanted some.
Is anyone doing anything else? Are you gonna open the letters? Like, what are you going to do?
Sorry, I just didn't want to cut anyone off. I'm gonna open the letters and check for like addresses and
Yeah.
what the contents are, and check out the scroll.
Yep. The scroll is a scroll of comprehend language, which is it's a first level scroll. Comprehend languages. You go through the letters, and as you turn around, the seal looks somewhat familiar to you. You can roll a religion check on that. You have no idea. You just know that it's familiar.
Can I pass it to someone?
Yeah, you can
Check it out.
Yeah, you can pass it to someone.
I'll pass it to Arissa.
Okay.
Look it over.
Religion check. It's a seal of the Church of Selrune.
This is the Selrune goddess.
As in the people that we're checking out.
Yes. The murder we witnessed.
So the creepy boar guy was involved with the church? Shock.
That would make sense.
It would make more sense if he was involved with the murder.
Perhaps. Do I know what Selrune's all about?
She's fairly similar. She's to Elistray, and she's like, she's a harvest god and a god of the moon and like the darkness. Let me do a little bit more research here. Selune Church of, it's spelled S-E, I keep saying Selrune for some reason. It's just Selune. It's S-E-L-U-N-E. She is the Lady of Silver. Like her highest ethos is of like acceptance and tolerance. Self-reliance and practicality is definitely, which is why you will even have like some some people of the harvest like worship her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's a lot of female empowerment to it. The goddess is faithful and finds those carried. One of the what did you do? You have an 18, right? One of Selrune's things is that she tries to cure lycanthropy. She's in direct, directly opposed to Malar, who, like, as far as you know, lycanthropy comes from Malar.
I'll hand the letter back.
Mm.
She is his opposition. She cures what he is. I can relate to him in this aspect.
So he killed someone?
Melody's
More
gonna go
people?
through a couple of letters, like trying to read through some letters to
Alright.
find out any information.
Alright, by reading them, you know that this is a correspondence between him and a priest named Dougal. Father Dougal. And the first letter that you find seems like it's like a response to a letter that might have been sent to Father Dougal from Gesso, where Dougal is refusing to convert to Malar or to join forces with Malar. But as you like progress through the letters, you definitely notice a change in Father Dougal's and his willingness to accept Malar now that the power of Selûne has faded, thanks to the waning moon.
So she tells everyone that.
Do you think this priest is responsible for the death of the high priestess?
So, just a kind of like an insight to remind you guys, you're going to investigate a murder of a priest of Selûne, not a priestess. And one more investigation check for me, Melody, if you don't mind. No. The only thing you know is that you know a postman.
Hey, Mr. Postman.
You know a postman. Yeah.
That's fine. Is there? I guess Melody's gonna try and check out the bookcases now, just to try and get a hint as to where Gesso, as much as possible.
Yeah, same check.
Like she just wants to figure out where this real house is.
You don't find any clues to where his real house is. You definitely find different books. Mostly you have like Selûne. There's a book of Selûne. There's some books on Malar, which almost looks like he might have been writing himself, based on like his handwriting. You find some stuff on Elistray, and you find a very strange, like leather bound, crudely put together book. And when you pull it out, and what languages do you speak again? Remind me.
Elven, Common, Dwarvish, and Sylvan.
This is not a language that it is written that you know, but there is like this symbol of like a full moon waning, like in like a halo like formation.
I'm going to just. Do I see it?
If she shows it to you, I'm pretty sure it's a very cramped space. So,
I mean, she'll show it to everyone.
mm-hmm.
One additional language to see if I understand be undercommon.
It's not written in Undercommon. It is not a language that you know.
Okay. I'll just point to the scroll. That will help you.
Oh yeah. So Melody goes and uses the scroll.
Right, so let's look at the rules of spell scrolls. You are a bard, and I believe Comprehend Languages is a bard spell at level 1, so you should be able to use it. Let me just look in the rules here. Spell scroll bears words of a single spell written in a mythical cipher. If the spell is in your class spell list, you can read the scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is intangible. Yeah, it's on your spell list, and it's only a level 1 spell, so you're able to do that. You roll it out. Just roll me, in general, because you used charisma, right? Just roll me a d20 on a charisma check. I just want to see if you fail at casting this spell. If you just... Okay. You don't fail. Like, if you would have, like, nat 1'd it, then I'd been like, it just goes up. But anyway, so you go and you put out Comprehend Languages, and the letters lift from the page, and they sort of go into your brain, and the... And now you can understand all languages written, and as soon as you that spell is casted and the paper withers away from the scroll and you look down at this book, you recognize it as celestial.
Okay.
And it says the tenets of the waning moon. Yo, I didn't actually. Okay. And you're gonna thumb through this book and read it?
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Alright.
Give me the information.
Alright.
Like, Melody will just read it out loud.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to... The door is open and you are fed. What do you want?
Love.
I'm going to copy this and send it to you on Discord. And you can read aloud as you see fit, okay? Where are you? There you go.
Alright, so before she reads it aloud, she's just kind of mumbling to herself because she's going through it first.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, funny, okay, cease, okay, alright, okay, I got this. It says, my body wanes and is distorted. Smoke moves all around me. And it's as if I cease to exist. I blink in and out of time and wonder if I can still be seen when the light of seeing is denied even to me. Do you still whisper at dusk or cry out for me at midnight? Huh, okay. Do you still reach to pull yourself up into my light, or do you ebb as I wane? As if in response to my tired calls, a wave crashes, sounding out the end and beginning of dreaming. Then a song pours out over the ocean, pulling me close and scattering my light. Little as it is, I pull myself deeper into the hood of night, feeling your fingers pulling at the edge of my mind. I am now content to wait here in the dark, knowing it's not the best love letter, but, you know.
And it is annotated, the first contact of Serial. And Serial is spelled Sariel. That's like what it's titled, like whatever this poem is. Tall. Roll me an insight.
Oh boy.
There's some familiarity with that name from childhood. But you're not quite sure. But you do feel, as she's reading these words and the name, there is almost a warmth and a feeling of home as she speaks these words to you from this book.
Can I roll an insight check on it?
Yeah, what are you trying to insight?
I don't know, some artistic meaning.
Some artistic meaning? Yeah, roll it. Go ahead, just roll an insight for me. The namesake cereal, all you know is that with that insight, EL means of gods or of God. And is usually reserved to angels.
Okie dokie.
Are you not? Are you okay? Like,
I'm down.
Tall, what do you do? Are you still there?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Just a little.
I'm probably basking in the warmth of the words and still thinking.
Okay. To everyone around you, Tall looks like he is having an intellectual orgasm.
I think you killed our friend, Melody.
Oh. I was just reading.
Yes, bards have power in their words.
It is true. I called someone a poop head once when I was like 7, and they like fell over.
Was that your first vicious mockery?
It was really mean.
Did they fall over and die?
No. They passed out.
Okay.
They were being mean. They like kicked sand in my sister's face, and I called them a poop head, and they fell over, passed out, and I got in some trouble. But it's okay. It's okay. I got it. I have it all under control. But I promise I wasn't doing the same thing this time around. I was just reading.
Mm-hmm.
You have a warrior spirit, Melody. Do not be ashamed of it.
Please don't call me poophead.
Though I am concerned that you have killed our barbarian.
Let's see. What do I need to investigate?
Um,
The ladies have investigated pretty much everything.
the ladies have investigated pretty much everything. There is not much left here. You can roll me one more investigation, please, if you're looking
Alright.
for some stuff. You just snap out of it and start looking around.
He is alive. That is most fortunate.
Melody like gets startled.
Nice, a 16. You find some shinies underneath the chair pillow. There is some gems underneath the chair.
I was gonna ask if I could look for loot.
Yeah, that's what you find. Some gems. It's about 100 gold worth of gems,
Nice.
like emeralds and stuff like that. Yeah. So a combination. So you probably have like 5 gems worth like 20 gold apiece.
Are they useful for spellcasting at all?
They could be, but you could also just use them for trade and barter and money and things like that. They could be. None of them are diamonds, if that's what you're asking.
Well, like a pearl or something.
No, there's some sapphire and 1 sapphire and 3 emeralds. Very small.
Okay. So nothing for like investigator or anything.
Mm-hmm. You guys have pretty much get the feeling that you've figured out everything you can in this room.
Yeah.
Is it possible for Melody to kind of like piece things together based on the letters that she read? That to find the best way to find Gesso is to continue their investigation?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so Melody's just kind of like, I don't think we're gonna find it, but we can find this priest that's mentioned here. And then maybe on our way back we can keep hunting for his house with maybe some like long distance fire stuff.
Smoke signals?
Like, well, no, like, cause like they want to burn down the house, so she's just kind of like, what if it's another mimic? Like maybe we should get stuff to like keep us at a distance where we're not like super close with fire.
Exactly. That's why we have the Molotov cocktails.
We don't have that. We have to
Wait.
make that.
We can get it from town while we're investigating.
Look at all of the alcohol. I just need a flame, and it would be a Molotov cocktail.
I can create flame.
You're gonna
But I
wait?
need
You're
some
gonna
of your
abuse the
cookies.
wine like that now?
Hey, the house tried to eat me.
I do need some of your cookies, Melody.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate, I would say, assumption that you... Like, if that's the assumption you want to come into conclusion, that's the assumption I will go with. I'm not telling you if it's the right assumption or not, but if that's what you want to investigate, you can investigate it, and it'll tell you if it's the right assumption or not. I mean, like, investigate like you actually have to go where this priest is.
Yeah, no. But
I love it. That was amazing. That was spectacular. Thank you.
So Melody's kind of like, okay, let's find this priest, and then maybe the priest knows where Jessup is.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Your cookies. As she holds out her hands to Melody.
Melody takes out like some cookies and gives it.
Thank you. She goes upstairs and tosses them at the mimic. Eat. Your
How far away are you standing from the house when you do that?
a good 20, 30 feet back.
Okay, go ahead, just roll me a dex 1 to see how well you throw these cookies at the mimic. They might quite make it to like the edge of the porch, but just as they start to like begin to fall from the ground, the mouth where the door opens like super wide with all of these teeth, and this giant tongue like lashes out, and the cookies land on this tongue, and he just like pulls back into his and eats the cookies, and you see rah, 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 with the teeth, and then it just looks like a house again.
That is adorable.
It tried to eat me.
It likes cookies. So we know what to feed it.
Melody's like, okay. Just backing away to go back to the kid. Like,
Kevin is
damn it.
like, yo, what? I am not high enough to see that.
We have done our job. Fed a good mimic. Now let's go.
The mimic is doing his job. Like, he's, yeah.
Yeah, Orissa awards good things.
Alright. It is like noon now by this point. Luckily you guys were you picked up camp before you left here. Well, I'm assuming that Tall and Mal did, and Kevin, because you're like, we're on the cart and ready to go. So I'm assuming that was like part of it. So the cart that Patrick has been guarding so diligently, is still there. With the mule. So, yeah, like, you guys are welcome to begin your journey down the road to Greymore, after meeting Gesso, and I have to pee again. So...
I just wanted to feed a mimic.
Melody's just like, okay, I still have some cookies left for it. And she's like climbing in and everything.
I'll pat all your heads. You did good today. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm also impressed. I didn't get eaten.
Be most unfortunate to lose your head. I cannot attach that back to your body.
I don't want to lose it either. I kind of like it. Has all my senses on it.
Your fingers have senses.
Yeah, but none of the, like, really fun ones. Like, how am I supposed to taste, like, Melody's cooking if I don't have a head?
That is true. Maybe your fingers can grow teeth.
I'm good. I'm good. I think teeth should stay where they're supposed to be, in mouths, not in, like, houses or, like, fingers.
Your fingers could eat for you.
That sounds horrifying. Like, mouths where your hands are. Terrifying.
You could put little eyeballs on them, and then you could see, and your other hand
I
could
didn't have
eat
breakfast.
for you.
No. No. I don't want that.
What do you not want?
Mouths on my hands and finger eyeballs.
What? What are you guys doing on this road trip? Like...
We talked about nearly losing their head, and I said maybe your head could be a replacement for your senses.
That's why I was like,
That's why I said I didn't want to do it. I like little ears.
I'm now convinced Melody is the only sane one.
Probably. Like...
The only ever sane one.
Probably. Alright, you guys have to continue down this road. You have lost 6 hours of daylight in the winter. So you got a good, it's noon. You probably have about 4 hours left until it's dark again. So...
Time well wasted.
Yeah, it was not, your time wasn't wasted, it was well spent. Which means that, you'll have a short journey unless you want to travel into the night. But otherwise, how far do you guys travel, down the road towards Greymore, which is still a good another day away, at least on foot, or on your cart. I would even say like a day and a half away, so you can get that half day out of the way, with this part of the trip.
I'd vote for just a half day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
aren't, like, looking great, so, and I will say,
Half
like,
day.
just for technicality's sake, if you guys do make camp and stuff, with the cart travel and and making camp, you will get the benefits of a long rest. This yogurt's so good. It's
sounds
Greek,
good.
so it's got a little tanginess to it. I'm very hungry. I didn't have
Try some
breakfast.
scare.
A lot of you begin to make your second night of camp. Go ahead and roll me survival to find a spot to camp.
I'll say Niall just kind of reappears at some point.
Nice. An 18. I should let the ranger help with this because he's a fucking ranger.
Yeah, come on, Kevin.
Come on, Kevin.
God damn it, Kevin.
Okay. Kevin does okay. I mean, y'all all do great. Holy shit. Not only do you guys find, like... You guys find a cave. You know, it's... You're kind of getting into some more, like... You're in hill country. But the forest is rocky-ish. There's no, like, giant mountains in this part. But you guys do find what looks like to be a cave. And it is, you know, snowing, as it does in the winter. So, you know, doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Let us go
Go
into the cave
that
then.
cave. Yeah.
Passive perceptions from everyone, please.
It's 15.
Okay.
11.
7, 15,
11.
11.
Twelve.
And a 12. Arissa, you do notice that there what seems to be tracks that do go in and out of this, animal tracks that go in and out of this cave.
Can I roll a survival to discern?
Survival or
Animal?
nature? Nature would probably be.
Okay, nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Mhm.
No, I can't. Yeah. I'll just kind of pull Kevin over as I go and look at him.
Kevin will assist you because he's proficient in nature.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
He will assist you, so you will have advantage on your nature check. 14.
All right.
They look like fox tracks.
Oh, fox tracks.
Mhm.
They're
Big fox
yeah.
tracks, but they look like fox tracks. Yeah.
They are some big foxes. Fox eye?
Foxes. Foxes. It's foxes, Arissa. Arissa, they're foxes. Foxes. Foxes is the plural. Yeah. Foxes. Yeah.
I see. This is a foxhole.
It's a cat hole now.
I like that. As she goes into the cave.
There's nothing in there right now. It's a single room cave. It just kind of looks like maybe some foxes might have gone in to, like, be there for a bit, maybe the night before, and they either haven't been back yet or they're just gone, sort of thing. But, you know, it's not a very deep cave system. It's just, you know, it's just something that just happens to be there, kind of thing.
Flashbacks to that one show where the cave wasn't deep and they all fell into a goblin hole.
You can check the ground to see if it's okay.
No, this is not wise and wise.
Just start patting the ground.
Yeah.
Like-
She would not think to
Yeah.
look for that, so.
But yeah, it seems like if it was good enough for foxes, it's good enough for you guys, kind of
Yes.
cave. As you are sort of getting your stuff together, getting your watches together in the evening, you, towards the west, where you guys came from, and where you know Jess's house is, in like the dead of night, whoever whoever is like during that watch. And 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of you, so I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna determine who's on that watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is tall. Kane.
Why am I on the Dead of Night watch?
You're in the watch. I don't know. Maybe you couldn't sleep. But you hear this terrifying howl of something dying. Far, far into the distance. In the direction that you came from.
Can I discern what it sounds like?
Nature check. It kind of sounded like the house.
Well, I'm finishing my watch and go to sleep.
And you wake up Mal for that watch. Do you tell Mal that you think
Nope.
you heard the house die? No, okay.
All right, I'll just go on to my my night shift and
Which is
hope
the
that-
last watch of the day, we'll say. As you guys wake up the next morning, Kane, do you say anything of what you heard to anyone?
Roll to see if I remember. What would that be?
You definitely remember. Like, we're not going to be doing this. You remember. You know. It's now you're
I'm
having...
thinking that problem is solved and we need to move on.
But are you going to tell anyone, is what I'm asking.
I'm telling Melody.
You're telling Melody. Okay.
Just Melody.
Just Melody. You're going to pull Melody to the side and tell her.
I think that problem last night was solved.
What problem?
Manic problem.
What do you mean it's solved?
And I motion with a hand, like, across my neck.
Oh. Guys, we gotta go.
What do you think we are doing? We are packing camp.
A little faster.
Why?
Strange.
Oh, nothing. Let's just keep going. Melody's a little worried, that's all.
Melody was
Deception check?
like,
Like,
Melody was just like, what are you?
deception
lying?
as you're lying to your teammates?
Alright, I'll be honest. The house died last night.
Good. Damn house.
But we don't know what killed it and if it's coming our way.
Well, that's fair, but still, I'm glad the house is dead.
Hey.
I can smell. If it was in the night, then my dragon cannot find it, I assume. So let's keep going.
You guys travel for the next day. Please roll me d20s from everyone, please. Just straight up d20s. From everyone. There we
Yeah, I
go.
know. I forgot how to do it.
Oh, just /5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to scroll
Nine,
up to
10,
read the
11.
instructions. Shh.
Just doing some math here. That's a pretty average. You guys, as you're getting closer to the next evening, you do see like smoke sort of coming up from the northeast, where your map is the indication of Greymore, so you know you're getting closer to the town. As you guys are walking, you just see across the road like these three like lumpish figures start to cross the road, and one is bigger than the other. And if you narrow your eyes, if you have my dark vision people, it looks like a mama owlbear and her cubs. And they just all of a sudden just kind of sit in the middle of the road and start to play.
Oh no.
Kevin?
Kevin's like, what?
Stop the fucking cart.
Okay. What's going on?
Do you know how to get
Said-
rid of owl bears?
You just wait until owlbears move?
But there's something that killed a mimic behind us.
You could go ask it politely. I don't know. They're owlbears.
What do owl bears speak?
They're like monstrosities.
Glittery.
They don't speak anything.
Well, you told me to ask nicely.
I mean, I'm sure they can read your body language. Go ahead.
Nah, you can do it. You're the ranger. I'm just a monk. I don't have any special owl bear training.
Who
You
said
want me to
I
live in
have
the
owlbear
forest?
training? I'm not that kind of ranger. It's me and Patrick. Like,
Melody just kind of steps off with like 3 pieces of meat, tosses it off to the side.
So, I'm going to call this a monster handling check. You're not proficient in it, but it's equal to an animal handling, so it's definitely a wisdom, like a wisdom skill. So, go ahead and roll your wisdom for monster handling. But if you are a bard, if you have Jack of all trades, you get to add your Jack of all trades to it.
Oh,
So that'd be like a +1 or something. So you have a 4 on your monster handling check. As you like, here, bears! As you just like throw the meat. It just doesn't really go that much further in front of you, but it does get their attention. But because you were really bad at this, they turn their attention to you, and they all just kind of start to lumber and walk towards you.
Melody's just like, think big, think big, think big. Slowly backing up. Like she's not gonna stop them from taking the meat, but she's just gonna give them their space.
One of the cubs, chicks, begins harassing the mule.
Melody's like, I didn't think this through.
Just look at mommy. Well, what do we do next now?
Shoo! Kevin's like, shoo! Get away from the mule! Go! This owlbear just like does its weird noise. It goes moo. Like I don't know what noise owlbears make. It's like a bear in a hoot. Like moo. Like at Kevin as he's trying to like flap away one of the cubs.
Oh, what if Melody starts like pulls out her lute and just starts playing music to try and scare them away?
I'll just tap Melody gently. You got to think big as I pull like a cloak around me and make myself look bigger.
Cool. So I'll let y'all, who is proficient in intimidation? You are? Are you proficient in intimidation, Melody? No.
I mean,
Wait, I
have,
think
like-
I am.
I was like, am I intimidate? There's no check mark next to it, but I
Okay,
could try.
then you're not proficient in it. So,
Okay.
what I'm gonna let happen is you guys try to scare everyone. Just roll intimidation checks. Just everyone who's trying to intimidate, just roll intimidation checks. Okay. They are owl bears. So,
I mean, she tried to befriend it. Didn't really work out. It's not the same situation as a giant boar king.
no, it's not. All right. Owl bear. Let's see if it gets scared. Jesus Christ, metal dice. Okay. And wow, you guys all averaged really high. So yeah, as you guys make yourselves look bigger and make like noises at the bears like you do in Canada at the black bears, like one of you, Kevin, is just like, could you please get out of my yard? Thanks. Like they sort of like back away and they're like, oh, we don't want to fuck with this, and they go along their merry way across the road before one of the babies snatches up a meat and runs out.
Well, I guess that takes care of that. Hi ho, Kevin, away!
He's like, listen, there's no hose in Greymore, okay? Just pointing that out. I would know.
That's very disappointing to hear, Kevin.
It is, but you know, there are some nice ladies. Just none of them are hoes. So, not that there's anything
If
wrong
there are
with
no
being a
hoes,
hoe.
Kevin.
I think being a hoe is a perfectly acceptable profession. And I don't judge them for that because sometimes I need the company of a good hoe.
If there are no hoes, Kevin, are you the hoe?
No one's ever paid me to have sex with them. You know, I've done a lot of professions in my life. That is not one I've done yet.
What professions have you had, Kevin?
Oh, so I
And
have...
starts climbing to the front and starts taking the reins.
He gives Toll the reins. So, I used to own a tour guide service.
Hands it back to him.
Okay. Okay. He hands the reins to Patrick, and Patrick is gonna guide the cart as he talks. He's like, so I had 2 tour guide services. One first was on an ocean to an island.
Are we at least moving?
Of course you're moving. Don't ruin my Kevin roleplay. Okay? This is world building. He's like, so I was like with this tour guide to like this island from the mainland one time. Not this mainland, like the big mainland. And this island had like a bunch of mouse people that worshipped dinosaurs. So that was a thing. And then one time I like got this adventuring group inside of like this underground tunnel where drow were being kept prisoned by this lich. And there was also a dragon down there, and they let her loose, and it was bad. So I've done that. I owned a bar one time. Me and Patrick had a bar once, and that didn't last very long. And you know what? That continent is kind of facing the end of its existence, so I left to this one. And now I'm a postman.
Kevin, I think you are eternally bad luck. Maybe not get paid for your services as a hoe.
That's...
Good for his services.
I mean, like... I'm just saying, if someone actually just wants to have sex with me, I'm not going to charge them. But maybe I should. Is what you're saying.
It's untapped market, Kevin.
I'm going to talk to my friend when I get back to Reno, because they own the brothel out there, and they could probably find me like a niche market, because this whole like traveling postman thing is getting kind of dangerous. I think I'd be way more safer in like a room surrounded by like pillows and probably not very pretty ladies, because why would pretty ladies want to pay for me? But you never know. You never know. I'm gonna. Thanks, Mal.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could give you this career advice.
Thanks. I mean, I'm a gnome, so I live a long time, and I just don't want to do one thing for the 800 years that I'm gonna live, right?
That's totally fair. You gotta change it up sometimes.
I'm only 400. I got another to go.
These are the best years of your lives, little gnome guy.
I know. I'm having a midlife crisis.
You are very strange.
Yeah, right back at you, fam.
You eat your soup when given it.
Listen, I don't think you have any right to call anyone strange, because I would like to remind you, you had sex with a guy with daddy problems who just killed his cousins because they believed differently than he did.
Also, he lived in a mimic.
That is a normal Orcus family dinner. I don't see the problem.
Oh, maybe you have found your soulmate.
It would not be the first time.
Whoa. Hold on a second. He pulls the reins for the mule to stop. You're right outside of town. He looks at you. You can have multiple soulmates?
Yes.
As an orc?
Yes.
I'm going where you live.
No.
Well, what if I have a package to deliver?
They will devour your soul, then grind your bones for the dogs.
Man, Mama, you're just making it harder.
She sits back. All right. She gives the location of her tribe. Go and be with my people.
I mean, later. I'm gonna go back to Reno first. But hey, look, we made it to Greenmore! Yay!
I know you've stopped the cart in front of it.
Oh, yeah, I should probably go to the post office to bring all these packages here for people to pick up. I'll park in front of the tavern, and yeah, you guys are here, which is what you're I guess this is where we kind of partish ways. Let's see, moves the cart and parks it in front of the tavern, and it is nighttime, so and he begins to like unload his cart because the post office is apparently next door to the tavern that he has a key to. He's the postman, of course he does.
It's been weird, as Sarissa goes to the tavern.
Alright.
Alright, little gnome guy. It's been good. Hopefully we cross paths again.
Yo, I mean, just call me later tonight and we'll smoke a bowl before we go to bed, alright?
Totally sounds good.
Okay, cool. Cool. Y'all go into this tavern, and immediately there is just this feeling of somberness, like it's very quiet. Everyone sort of turns to look at you and doesn't pay you much mind as they turn back to their business and their quiet conversations. The bartender is a half-orc woman, and she seems to be like standing there waiting for y'all to approach the bar.
Go up and just say, drinks for my friends and I.
All right there, honey, I'll get you those drinks. As she just ale, hard liquor. We're a little bit low because we're sad here.
So shouldn't you have more?
Right, well, we're waiting for the postman to deliver that.
He
You
just
just
arrived.
delivered the postman.
Oh, shit. All right, well, here's some ale first, and I'm going to go meet Kevin outside. Frederick! Has a big, like, black dragonborn at one of the table, like, stands up. He's like, yes, ma'am, Sage! Just chin to the bar. Yes, ma'am, Sage! So he goes, like, takes her place. Like,
You are not a bar king. As I take the drinks.
no, not unless I checked. No, I'm not a bar at all. I'm a dragon.
That is not impressive as a bar king. As I hand the drinks out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We're kind of. It's not a very impressive time for Greatmore.
What's wrong in Greymore?
Well, lots of things. Think we have a serial killer.
A priest.
What?
And that's where we're gonna wrap up. Yes.
My character doesn't even get to go to bed.
No. It's okay. It's fine. You guys will go to bed. Just because I know that, like, looking at the time, a conversation of investigation and interrogating this entire tavern will take will take way more than 10 minutes. So,
That's fair.
we're
That's
gonna
fair.
go ahead and wrap that up right now. So what's going on in the channel in this week? Well, first of all, in just a couple of hours, we're gonna have more Dungeons and Dragons at 6 o'clock PST with Revenge of the Gith Season 3. For the second episode, our weekly game. Tomorrow night, we have our Pathfinder 2E campaign at 6 o'clock PST. Monday morning, we start again with Blaze in the Dark until we're back here on Wednesday again with more Revenge of the Gith, and that's what's going on this week. Thank you, everyone, for your bits and your gifted subs. It's a super help. It gives me a little bit more money at the end of the month. But yeah, without further ado, guys, go ahead and go around backwards on how we started. Tell us your favorite moment of the day, and tell us where we can find you on the internet. Mitchie.
Hi, I'm Michi, also known as Witty Michi, which you will find in all my social media and here on Twitch. Favorite moment is dancing with the twins.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Lich.
Hi, you can find me. I play Talcane here. I occasionally stream at twitchtv.litsmash, and you can find me at litsmash on Twitter. Favorite moment would probably be me and Mal hanging out in front of the house, just waiting for Arissa to get her game on.
Nice. Very nice. Jen.
Hi, you can find me here every Wednesday and Thursdays, alternating weeks as a DM on Thursdays, players on Wednesday. Over at the High Cullivan channel, you can find me Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday as the Artificer Barbarian Anthony Silverhorn. You can also find me once a month over at Indoor Adventures channel, playing a very dumb Bay Boy mobster.
Okay. All right then. And of course, last but not least, Fairy.
Hi, I'm Fairy Zarina. I stream on Twitch, same username, and you can find me on Twitter as well, same username. So, yeah.
Cool. Favorite moments, guys.
Oh, right, yeah. The part where I gave Kevin career advice.
Nice.
Mine would have to be Mao finding those little statues and just like pocketing them. Like, that's really cute.
Very nice. Very nice. Cool. All right. With that, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and move the stream over to the official Owlcat Games channel. If you guys don't know, Owlcat Games does the it does the Pathfinder CRPGs. So that's what they do, and it's fun. They're cool, and we do play Pathfinder on this channel. So with that, everybody wave, say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.